Welcome back to another weekly edition of the Raiderland Roundtable. You know who we are. I'm Ryan Hyatt, Clint Stevenson, our poet laureate, Travis Cram from Parts Unknown, and Scott Fitzgerald. No, not that Scott Fitzgerald, the one you know and love. Hey, we're on the road today. We're hanging out at a beautiful new listing. It's a brand new home, and it's built by Freeman Homes here in Lubbock. You can come out and see it for yourself. 2112 101st Street. It's easy to get here. Just turn south off of W on 98, go a couple blocks, turn left. It's easy to find. Beautiful 322. You're going to be amazed what you see on this home. All you got to do is talk to Andrea, our friend there at Keller Williams, and she'll get you set up in this house. You could be the first one ever to live here, although we've been it before you. All right, let's talk some football. Patrick Mahomes going up against the JV squad that is the Kansas Jayhawks. This should be an absolute rollover. It needs to look more like Stephen F. than Louisiana Tech for the Red Raiders. I'll ask you this question. I'll start you off, Clint. What are the numbers that Mahomes has to put up in order to keep this Heisman conversation going against a horrible team?
Well, I know that everybody at this table is smarter than me, so what I'm going to say is he's going to need big numbers, a lot of them, and then I'll just listen to the geniuses at the table.
I mean,
and then if you come back to me, I'll say what they said.
Good or bad if he's out there in the fourth quarter?
Bad. That's very bad.
I would agree with that. All right, and that's kind of what we're going to get into, as well as when you would take him out, Travis.
Yeah, I think it's just like we said before. It's kind of like the non-conference games. Really, this kind of feels like a non-conference game, as bad as Kansas is. So, yeah, if he's still playing in the fourth quarter, that means it's too close of a game, and you're trying to still beat Kansas, which has happened a couple of times in the last 3 years.
You're 16-1 all time against them, but you've had some tough outings.
That was homecoming 2001 was the one time they lost, and that was Cliff's junior year. So.
Yeah. He got hurt that game, though.
That's right. He did get hurt.
Some guy named B.J. Simmons came in and tried to chunk it around.
He did all right.
Simons, yes. I think that's what Brian Jensen said.
I think everyone said Simons that day. So, yeah, no. Mahomes, number-wise, hey, he just needs to stay on par with what he's been doing. He's almost 200 yards ahead of BJ's pace right now. He's 5 ahead of Colt Brennan's touchdown pace. So
right.
He's looking at 2 huge records and, of course, attempts by Harrell and completions by Harrell.
Moving up the tech charts as well.
Right.
Scott, what about you?
Well, I think this is an opportunity to get a little national exposure. You've got a national TV game, and if you're going to play him in the fourth quarter, that may be why.
I agree.
Not necessarily to pad the stats, but just to give the country a little reintroduction to Patrick Mahomes. And then you've got another national TV game the following week on Saturday night. That's kind of what the kid from Louisville did. He had a big game on a Thursday night, then goes out and rolls Florida State.
Yeah.
And so the opportunity is there for Patrick Mahomes to have a couple of national stage games before you get into the meat of conference play. And so that's why I think it's important, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him out there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think maybe a series or so in the fourth quarter. You need to put up about minimum 5, probably 6 touchdowns responsible for, throw for over 500. You do that, you're looking good. And I agree. I think Cliff Kingsbury is very aware of what he needs to do for his quarterback to get him national attention. When you're the Tech quarterback, the numbers are expected. You've got to go beyond the numbers. And I hate to say it, you've almost got to do some crazy special things in front of big audiences. It's a horrible team, but it's a big audience maybe there Thursday night for him. Speaking of which, the game's on Thursday night. Oh, how I hate that. Oh, how I love that. There are pluses, there are minuses, I guess, to a Thursday night game. I'm not a fan. I'll tell you why in a moment. What about you guys?
I somewhat am. I like the allure of it. I think it had a little bit more of one 2 years ago or 3 years ago when Tech played TCU on a Thursday night because it was the in-state deal. It was Cliff's first season. There was a lot of hype around that game. It was the opening conference game for Tech for that season as well. But, yeah, no, something like this, I mean, no, I think the media members are probably the best in place for this because they're getting paid to be there.
Yeah.
The rest of the 60,000 people should probably be getting paid to be at this game as well.
I agree. Scott, what about you?
I like it.
Of course you do.
Things that always, I like night games. But also the things that could hold you back are not in play right now. You're not playing on a short week. You had a week off. That also gives you a couple of extra days to get ready for a K-State team that's going to be really tough. And the stigma of don't play at home on a Thursday night on a national network, that's kind of gone by the wayside, knock on wood. Lovely wood here.
Lovely hardwood floors here.
Yeah, and so I like it. I don't have any problem with it. And if you're going to do it on a Thursday night against the Kansas Jayhawks, why not? Look good doing it.
Now, Clint, what about you? Is it good for families? Good for people? Thursday night game, up, down, indifferent?
I don't care.
Just as long as they play.
No, I'm glad for Thursday night games because I have no life, so it gives me something to do. Thursday night's usually a big date night for me, but I don't have one scheduled this Thursday, so I have something to do.
So, ladies, he is available if you're looking for somebody to accompany to the game.
Yeah, as long as you're not ugly, that would be great.
Yes. All right. For me, Thursday nights belong to JVs and junior highs, which this matchup kind of fits in, actually. It really has that kind of allure and appeal. To say that if they didn't play this game on a Thursday, it wouldn't be televised, I don't know that anybody really wants to even see it nationally on a Thursday night. But if you're a fan and you're paying big money for tickets, for a parking space, every other year they ship out one of your games to Dallas with the Baylor game. Now you can't even park until, 4 in the afternoon? You lose basically a full home game's worth of tailgating. It's I think, unfair for everybody outside the Lubbock market who travels, and now do you have to take vacation days to come see Texas Tech play in Lubbock? I don't think that's fair to the kids either that have school the next day. I'm not talking to college kids. I'm talking to my 5th grader who I've got to make a decision. Is he going to be out until 11 o'clock? No, he's not. We're not going to do that. We value education. I wish that a big-time conference like the Big 12 would just tell the networks to stick it and put Boise State and Fresno on Thursday night, and let's play on Saturdays when the colleges play. That's just my opinion. I'm just one man. All right, it's first full week of Big 12 play. We'll have some more picks and stuff on the site here at theraiderland.com. Want to thank again Andrea with Keller Williams. You guys can see more of this beautiful home. It's 2112 101st Street. Contact her there. You see that on the website. Easy to get a hold of her. And I invite you to take a look at this great newly built home in West Texas. If you're thinking about moving back to Lubbock, this could be your place.